Millions of students will ride to school this year on diesel buses. But a new survey says that parents are ready for something cleaner. Joining us today is Tucker Perkins, President and CEO of the Propane Education and Research Council, with information on how the survey and how to improve the ride to school. I rode a bus to school all through middle school and high school, so I know something about this. Tucker, good morning. Great to see you.
Good morning. Great to be with you.
All right, so what does this survey tell us about how parents feel about school transportation?
Yeah, we surveyed parents and educators across the country and found that 87% of them wanted their child or their children to ride to school in a different style bus, a low-emission bus powered by propane. That's not the reality, though, of what we see today. As you said, Jeremy, you rode to school in a diesel bus. My parents probably rode to school in a diesel-powered school bus. And so there is a better way. These propane buses are better for the children, they're better for the communities, and they're much better for the environment.
Well, you say that. So how are they better for the children?
Well, much better for the children because it's a healthier, quieter, more comfortable ride. You know, we've all been behind that school bus when it pulled away from the bus stop. We've seen that cloud of black smoke. We now know what's in that cloud of black smoke, and it's a host of irritants and pollutants that are bad for young lungs, asthma, bronchitis. You smell those smells, not good. And now the more we learn about how important it is for a child to be in a quieter ride, they can converse with their friends, they can hear instructions from the driver. Teachers tell us they arrive to school calmer, more ready to learn earlier in the day. So it's much, much better for the child.
So how do the cleaner fuels impact the environment, especially with the diesel buses, you know?
Well, when we compare propane to a diesel bus, we have lower greenhouse gases. And when we think about climate and climate change, removing greenhouse gases is always our goal, and we get that with a propane bus. Even as we think about modern buses or even perhaps buses of the future, I think they'll either be powered by propane or electricity, battery electric vehicles. And in many cases, particularly in your state alone, a propane bus can be as environmentally friendly as an electric bus if we really think about the makeup of the electric grid, what we burn to produce electricity, how we transport it and store it. It can be even cleaner than an electric vehicle.
All right, well, I gotta say, I think the number one question that comes to mind, if you're talking about this and switching over, is the cost. What about the cost of low emissions buses, and what did parents, or did they weigh in on that?
Yeah, that was a really interesting part of this survey because while parents said overwhelmingly they wanted their child to ride to school in a low-emission propane-powered bus, they were very concerned about the impact of those costs. The reality of the fact is that these buses cost about the same as a diesel bus, yet their operating costs are half. A school system can save $3,000 to $5,000 per bus per year. And so you can imagine if you have 100 buses operating, that can be over $500,000 a year savings. And while I love to talk to other fleets about converting to propane fuel, nowhere is it more important than when we talk to school systems about saving money. That means more teachers. That means better equipment, perhaps fixing a roof that has a leak. And so you can get this better for the child, better for the community, yet save money along with it.
All right, Tucker, you told me in the commercial I can go off script, so I'm going off script. I have a question for you. If I was driving down the road and I saw a propane bus, would it look any different than the buses that I currently see? And is it possible to convert current diesel buses to propane, or do you have to build them from scratch?
The buses are exactly the same, built in the same factory as all the other buses. The one difference is there is a small sticker that lets all of us who know whether that bus is powered by propane or diesel fuel. That's the only difference that you could tell unless you were standing beside it, and then you would hear the difference because the propane bus is quieter. You'd smell the difference because the propane bus doesn't have any noxious odors, and certainly you wouldn't see that cloud of black smoke. Lastly, no, we don't convert these at all. While I love to talk to fleets, and there we'll be quite comfortable talking to fleets about converting their gasoline engines to propane engines, and we do that every day. With school buses, the cargo is so precious that we want those buses to be factory-built, purpose-built for propane, and so the time for a school system to change that bus is when they're ready to retire that older, expensive, dirty diesel bus and buy a brand new propane-powered bus.
How common are they? I'm just curious.
Well, today, I'm always happy to say, first off, in Missouri, there are over 320 buses running every day. Nationwide, about 22,000 buses transport 1.1 million children to school every day. We're really proud of those facts, but the truth is 400,000 diesel buses remain on the road. And it's time to act and make a shift towards a cleaner ride for their students.
Fantastic. Tucker, where can people go for more information?
BetterOurBuses.com. We found that when parents learn the facts and they see the truth about propane buses, 90% are encouraged to take action. BetterOurBuses.com, it's where parents go, learn the facts, learn how to engage, and then go take the next step to ask, why is your system not using propane-powered buses?
Tucker, thank you so much. Great to hear from you. Great information. Thanks for all the knowledge this morning. Have a great day, my friend.
Thanks for having me.